Hi, this is Kristy from KristyCoromandel.com. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of 6 by 6 inch piece of designer series paper. And we're going to use the envelope punch board here to be able to create this. So I'm going to line this up here at the 2-inch guide on my envelope punch board. So we're then going to go punch, and then I'm going to use my scoring tool to then score along that score line. Then I'm going to move my paper along to my 4-inch line. We go to punch and score again. Then I'm going to turn the paper to a quarter turn to the left, so counterclockwise, and I'm going to line it up again at my 2-inch mark. And what I like to do, I like to also confirm that my score guide is, which is right here, right into my score mark. And sometimes when you cut down a 12-inch by a 12-inch sheet of paper, that sometimes can be a little bit smaller than a 6 by 6 when you cut things down. So just to be sure, I like to make sure my score guide is lined up with my score line. Then I'm going to push it down to my 4-inch mark, and once again double checking that my score guide is aligned with my score line, and then I'm going to punch and score. We're going to do another quarter turn counterclockwise, lining up to that 2-inch mark and along my score line here. So punch and score, and then over again to my 4-inch mark again. I'm going to punch and score, and one last time we're going to turn it again anti-clockwise and on the last side of our paper. So at 2 inches we're going to punch and score. And then again at our 4-inch mark, I'm going to punch and score. So now that we have all our punching and scoring done, you might be able to see it more clearly on this side of the paper. So now I'm just going to use the reverse punch end here and to round off all my pointy corners. So next I'm going to take a punch, a normal hole punch, and just cut along all of my corners here a little hole. And because this is where I'm going to be threading my ribbon to close my little box a little bit later. So once that's done, you can see what that now looks like. So now looking on the back side of our paper so you can score our score lines a little bit more clearly, we're going to take 2 ends that are opposite one another, and we're going to cut in along these score lines here and these score lines here, and you're going to cut right up to this score line right here. So you're just going to make 4 quick cuts along your score line and stopping right up there at the top of this next score line that goes up the top there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Cut my score line. And what this does is it creates little flaps here. So I'm just now going to fold those flaps in. And now I'm going to fold along all of my other score lines. And you can use a bone folder for this if you wish, or you can just so what it does now is gives us so that we can actually adhere our box together. Now I'm just going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue for this. So I'm just going to use my thin tip here, and I'm just going to adhere my glue on my side here. Oops. And then I'm going to fold that up, lining that in. and then I can hold that to adhere that. So then I'm going to do the same on the other side as well. So now that I've got all my box and my flaps, I can then just do it like this. So I can seal my box like this, but it's a lot of fun to leave it as a little tented box. So the next we're going to do is you can put in your box whatever treats or surprise that you would like. It could be a gift of earrings, it could be a little small gift that will actually fit into your box here. And now I'm going to actually cut a piece of ribbon here, and this piece here measures approximately about 20 centimeters in length. So what I want to do is I want to form an S shape, and hopefully that will make sense. So I've got one of these flaps here. I'm just going to take my tail of my ribbon and I'm going to thread it through so that it comes out the top of my box here. And so hopefully you can see what I mean now by an S shape. So then I'm going to come in using this tail in on my left hand side here. And then out through this hole over here. So I'm trying not to pull too tightly because I don't want to tear my box. So you can see our S is forming here, and then I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to go out from the inside out onto this piece. So hopefully you can see that that actually forms like an S shape here. So then I'm just gently going to pull on my ribbon, which will bring my box flaps together like so, and then I can now tie this, and make sure to be careful not to pull too tightly because I don't want to tear through my paper. So I can tie this into a little bow. And then I can just sit here and trim the ends. And there's our box all done. Thanks for watching.